discussions were had on an unsecure platform. We will handle it. Like, that's the answer we want to hear from you, not the "you're telling me this for the first time," which is his feigned response when he found out Ruth Bader Ginsburg had died. You're telling me this for the first time. Like, you look just as incompetent as everyone else, and it is kind of telling that they all, in the group chat, they were like, well, the president has 24 hours to decide what to do on this, but, like, the president's kind of checked out. You know what I mean? Like, there is that vibe to this, and I am curious when Mehdi comes on, to talk to him about JD's reservations about any of this endangering Saudi oil, and maybe sending the wrong message to Europe, because it looks like, a lot of European goods pass through the Suez Canal, less so American goods. It would look like we're helping them. That was his whole angle. But again, JD Vance, aren't you? No, I'm sorry. I don't know much about like poli sci, but like, is the vice president number 2 in command?
No, you have to be a pro-apartheid billionaire who gives $290 million to Donald Trump.
Right.
And then you can address the cabinet and have your child wipe his booger on the desk as you talk to the press from the Oval Office. Right. And then also perhaps get Pentagon briefings, allegedly that's what happened last week, as to war plans with China, a country you do business with.
Yes.
Unfortunately, J.D. Vance is the reek of Peter Thiel, another apartheid lover. He's not their equal. So if he was a Peter Thiel-esque billionaire, maybe he'd be privy to this. But he's just a lowly VP.
Let's ask Pete Hegseth, stone cold sober.
He won't lie.
He will tell the truth. And this was honestly a much more professional, buttoned-up response than Donald Trump, and I appreciated it.
Can you share how your information about war plans against the Houthis in Yemen was shared with a journalist in The Atlantic, and were those details classified?
You're talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again, to include the hoaxes of Russia, or the fine people on both sides hoax, or suckers and losers hoax. So this is the guy that peddles in garbage.
I think he needs a stiff drink, but before we respond, let's see what the NSC said. Francesca, can you tell the people what the NSC said about these signal chats?
Oh, yeah, they said it was definitely them. They were authentic. That was Michael Waltz, the National Security Advisor. He was at the center of it. He basically agreed. He confirmed, sorry, it was us. Which, by the way, is funny because, Jeffrey Goldberg, initially when he was added to this group chat, he was like, this has got to be fake. Someone is phishing. Someone is, posing as these people. They're trying
I would think. I was like, I'm not going to fall for it.
Yeah, Cool Scene says it's frat boy war planning. Yeah, dude, it is straight up like a 15-year-old group text chat that's called, No Fat Chicks, Lamau. That's, and that is who is governing our country. And I think Pete Hegseth's response, this is the Secretary of Defense, he has the biggest budget in the world, truly, or in the U.S. at least.
I think it's about $900 billion last time I checked. $900 billion, right? Secretary of Defense oversees a budget of $900 billion.
How many personnel? How many bases? How many lives are at stake? I mean, the weaponry, all of this. And here he is responding, and he can't even come up with a cogent defense, or we're looking into it, we take it seriously. He's saying this journalist is lying, it's the Russia hoax, it's the suckers and losers hoax, and he keeps on bringing up everything. They're pull string dolls, just repeating the same deflective lines that Trump echoes himself, and you're like, oh no, you didn't get any more serious when you got appointed to this position. You becoming Secretary of Defense didn't make you any less of a propagandist. You're even worse now. You're just a propagandist with power. The office of Secretary of Defense you didn't stop and think, God, I really need to take things seriously. We're only operating on secured government, communications platforms. No, you doubled down on your insanity. And I think